from my so-called home. Now I have another how-to to share with you, and this is how I make my own homemade miracle stain remover. And this is something that I came across on Pinterest a little while ago, and when I first saw it, it was amazing, and so I had to try it. And basically what it is a homemade DIY version of stain remover that is so much safer for you than any of the other chemical stain removers that are out there. And it's much safer than bleach, which is a typical, stain remover for whites, but you can't always use it on colors unless you get color safe bleach. I've always had trouble with bleach though. It would either, spill, it would get on me, or I never really found it very effective. And again, you can't use it on colors. So when I started getting a lot of hand-me-downs for Evie for her clothes from my sister-in-law, from friends at work, things like that, they were used clothes. So every now and then you'd come across something that's really cute, but it would have a stain around the neck, or it'd have a stain somewhere else, and I'd feel like I had to throw it away because I can't use it if it's stained. But this stain remover was amazing at getting out the really set-in stains that had been washed and dried over and over and were really set into the fabric. This stain remover gets them all out. It really is so fantastic, and it's so much safer. Like I said, you don't have to feel like you can't do this around your kids because you don't want them to breathe it in, or you shouldn't breathe it in. It's totally safe and very, very effective. So let me show you a few of the clothes that I'm going to be washing, and you can see the stains before, and then I'll show you how to make it and show you what they looked like after, and you'll be amazed. It's pretty awesome. Here's my shirt before. It actually has a spit up stain from Evie from a couple months ago. Here's one of her onesies that has a little bit of a food stain. And this shirt also has a small stain on the bottom. This was from my sister-in-law, so I'm not really sure what the stains are, but there's another small stain right at the top, which is small, but I wanted to get rid of it. And this is the worst one. This was a little sweater she wore to a wedding, and she spit up on it, and this was months ago. And I just washed it, and I didn't pre-treat it, so now the stains are really set in, and you can see how bad they are. They're all over the sweater. And now I'm going to show you what you'll need to make some for yourself. So what you'll need are these three ingredients. Original Blue Dawn dish soap, and it is important to use the original. You'll also just need baking soda and hydrogen peroxide, and these three together work wonders.
So I could take a picture with you, so I could have something to look through when you're not around, standing by my side. At least I have a small piece of you.
So you can see here I laid out my shirts on just an old tray, a plastic tray, so then I'll just leave them here to let the stain remover soak in. And you want them to sit for at least an hour, but the longer the better. Now if you have any left over, you can of course save it to use again in the future. And I did use a clear glass jar, but you really should use something that's dark colored, which is why peroxide always comes in a brown bottle, because the light will actually cause the hydrogen peroxide to separate. So you can see here I used a glass jar, but you should use something that is opaque. But again, I did label mine because I'm label crazy, and I used a little washi tape, so now I'll know what it is in the future. So you can see here I got a lot more clothes that I was able to pre-treat with this stain remover. Put them into the wash on hot wash and cold rinse, and it's just a small load, so I'll do a small. And of course I'm just going to use some of my homemade laundry soap that I did a video on that if you'd like to see it if you haven't already. And then I use a little bit of the Downy Unstoppables, which is a scent booster, and it just makes everything smell delicious and fresh. Now it's important when you take these clothes out of the wash to just give them one last look over to see if the stains did come out before you put them in the dryer, because like once you put it in the dryer, you're basically setting in the stain if it's not out yet. So this had some darkness, like, staining around the neck here, and you can see it's totally white again. So I'm going to throw that one in the dryer. And this shirt also, this is my shirt, and there was a big spit up stain in this general region, and you can see it. Oh, I don't know if you can see. I can tell it's totally gone. This is just like a dry spot. The shirt already started to dry, so that's good. This I Love My Auntie shirt is totally clear and clean, so that one's good. And yeah, so just make sure to check them before you put them in the dryer. This white one, do you remember how disgusting this was? It had spit up on it. So when they come out of the dryer, I'll show you the finished product. So here they are, straight out of the dryer, and you can see this one is the most dramatic difference. Look how bright white this is. There are no more stains whatsoever. This worked beautifully on this little white sweater. It's perfectly clean, no more stains. And then this is my shirt. You can see there's no more stains here either. And then, let's see, this was another onesie, all nice and clean, no more stains. This worked really, really well, and especially, like, for me, I get a lot of hand-me-downs from my sister-in-law, so, you know, once kids use them a little bit, they get some stains. So this is a great way to give new life to old clothes, or even if you find something at a consignment sale or a thrift store that is really cute but just has like a little stain. This is a great way to refresh clothes, and you know, even if they're set in, if they've been washed and dried, you can still get those old stains out. You can see this is, you know, bright and white and clean, and it had a little staining there. So yeah, I'm really happy with how this works, and I've used it a bunch of times on some of Evie's clothes and my clothes as well, and it works every time. So give it a try if you have any old stains, and let me know if it works for you. I'll talk to you later, guys. Bye.